Choice, our People's Choice Top 100 Games of All Time.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia. How you doing? I'm Zee. Hey everybody, I'm Zee Garcia. How you doing? You all right?
Oh!
He's broken. He's excited, is what he is.
And I'm Sam Healey.
You killed the whole vibe we had going, man. I felt like I was going to a soccer match.
It was a crazy
or football, as we like to. Football.
Hey folks, we're talking about the People's Choice Top 100. We're at the top 20. These are the best games that thousands of people have voted upon.
In your opinion.
In your opinion, and we're here to tell you
Which is correct, right?
that your opinion is correct.
Right, Sam? Right?
Well, actually, Sam will agree with some of these. Number 20. I believe last time when we did this list, this one went from 40 to 20, so it jumped up.
Okay.
Last time we said something about Battlestar Galactica being king. It's not. King is still Shadows over Camelot in the trader genre. I'm actually floored by this.
The oldest one in that genre.
Yep.
That's an unbelievable thing.
I've been clanking this bell ever since it came out.
We need
so
more
I'm
Shadows.
good. It's
Clink.
still there. It's still there. So that just proves one thing, y'all. I was right.
So basically, Sam.
Oh, is this what we're doing? We're taking credit for all these games today?
Thanks to Sam, apparently, that this game's on the list.
Number 19 started at 71, then last year was 42, and up to 19 now. It is a gateway game that came out in a deluxe version, and people like it because there's a panda bear in it.
Takanoko.
That's right, Takinoko, but that's pretty high, 19.
Yeah, that's very high.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. And I remember when the deluxe version came out,
Draw of the panda.
I remember thinking to myself, why Takanoko? Like, there are... Like, what makes this one game stand out? I mean, it's a good game. I like it. I have it. But what makes the game stand out to get a deluxe version? And I have to wonder, is it this high because there's a deluxe version, or is there a deluxe version because it's this high?
That's a chicken before the egg analogy.
I'm going to go with it's this high, the deluxe version because it's this high. Because not everyone has seen this deluxe version.
You really? I get that. But...
I'm telling you, when I introduce this to
19,
people,
really?
Boom, it always goes over well. It's one of the best gateway games there is.
That's interesting.
All right.
I think it's just a hair above Gateway.
Customer's always right, man.
Speaking of gateway games, this next one is not one. It started at number 3 5 years ago. Now it's down to 18, but one of the most complex Euro games that Sam and Z like. I still don't understand why either of them likes this game. And that is Power Grid.
Yeah.
It's just neither one of your styles. I'll be like, economic game, and you're like, running the other direction, faster than I can see. I'll be like, game that's 2 hours, and Z's like, I mean, why do you both like this so much?
I like that it's green.
That was his line, actually. He's the green player.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that it's yellow.
A game about building
I don't
power
know.
plants, about auctions. It's really a well put together game.
It's got a good amount of tension, and it's, yes, economic, but got a good feel to it.
I don't know. I guess the economy of the game fades into the background until the last round, where you have to do all these mathematical calculations.
Well, I don't know about that. You still got to be careful, or you won't have the money at the end.
I understand that, but it's not like Steam or Age of Steam where you can go broke in the second turn and then never come back
Getting
again.
the sweats just thinking about
I know, right?
I'm in debt.
I mean, it's just
I'm in debt, man.
the economical side of Power Grid is just not in the forefront. You're building power stations. You're powering your grid. I'm not trying to be punished.
I'll tell you what I think it is that I like about this game. I feel like I am playing a little bit of a lot of games I like. I feel like I'm playing a little bit of Ticket to Ride. I feel like I'm playing a little bit of bidding games, which I like. That's what it is.
All right.
It's a little bit of a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, number 17 was 55 last year, 82 the year before that, so it's shooting up there. And it's leaving its older brother Forbidden Island behind in the dust. Forbidden Desert.
Wow, that's high.
In the sand.
In the sand.
In the water, I guess. The old one was in an island. This one's the...
Anyhow, Forbidden Desert. That's amazing to me.
I don't know. I don't get
That's
it.
amazing.
I mean, there's no expansion. There's nothing. I mean, if anything, by now the tins are a little bit more dented than they were before. That's about it. So why is it shooting up?
I'm telling you, because people really like it. It's a strong theme.
It's more of the gamers.
It's a cool story.
It's more of a gamer's version of the original. So
Yeah, maybe
Say
Forbidden
the original,
Island.
You mean Forbidden Island?
yeah,
I think Forbidden Island's a little too easy for people.
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
absolutely
saying.
get that. But it went from the 80s and suddenly I'm back. Why?
Now I'm back. I think it's just growing more popular. We'll see where it settles next year, but I think this one might stay steady for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I really like the game.
Number 16 has been on the list for 30-some years. Well, it should have been. And it's like 40 things higher than Twilight Imperium 3.
oh my goodness.
Cosmic Encounter. Yeah! Even if I had to go in and manually fix the numbers for Cosmic, because people voted for, like, all the different versions. There's a lot of different versions
So
in
you
Cosmic.
manually fixed all of the numbers for your favorite game.
Of course. It's one of the few games I had to do that. There's a couple other games I had to go do that, where people would pick the wrong one.
Recount.
No, man, it makes sense.
Oh, it
It's
doesn't.
the same game.
No, it's not.
All right. Anyway, Cosmic Encounter. I'm glad to see this is probably the oldest game on this list that's been around this long. But there are 15 games better, says the people, not I. But anyway, number 15 is the highest debut of a game on this list. Okay, so it's the first year it's on. It came out last year. What game last year came out that would hit the list at 15?
5 Tribes.
That's correct.
Boom, baby! I called it!
Did you think it would be that high? That's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was just the best game that came out last year.
It's
It
really.
was my best game last year.
It may or may not be the highest game that came out last year that's on this list, though.
Because you mean there was already a game from last year on the list? I thought you just said
Last
it
year.
debuted.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying this is the first time it hit the list.
Oh, I see
Five
what you're
Tribes
saying,
did
I see what you're
not
saying.
get the buzz last year enough to get on the list.
That's true.
It
That's
has
true.
now.
That's true.
Okay, number 14. The second year it's been on the list. Last year 65, now 14. Too bad the card game it came from originally is like not in the top 500 probably. Bang the Dice game. Really high up there.
Yeah.
Really high up there. And
Very cool.
people are just playing that and loving it. So here we go. It's
it's one
filler
bit.
time. Bang the Dice game is filler number 1 at 14.
Okay.
It's one better than 5 Tribes.
Number 13 is, well, this is not a filler. This is the game that's killed Werewolf, or on this list anyway. At number 13, it's been on the list for 5 years though, and yes, it's higher than Avalon, and that's the Resistance. Much higher than Avalon.
Very good.
Much better, also. I think it is. I think the
I like
original
them the
was better.
same, but all right. Resistance is just one of those games you can bring 10 people together to a table and everyone has fun playing, and it's just, it's good. So, all right. Now back to filler territory. This game has had more versions come out in 2 years than any other game in existence other than Monopoly.
Love letter.
Love Letter.
Sounds like
Number
Monopoly.
12. It was number 13 last year in 22. Wow, this game is popular. What version do you like? What do you like? I'll find a love letter for you. Oh, you like, anything?
I like the old constitutional. Yeah, hold on.
We got one. This is
Made
the
from the Constitution.
Founding Fathers love letter.
Ooh.
Ben Franklin writing to Jefferson. Tell me that's any dumber
Dear
than Batman.
Jefferson, I adore you, good sir. Please deliver this letter.
He's taking us to a weird
No,
spot.
it's too much. If they ever make that AEG, if you make that,
Way too much.
All right, number 11. Started the list 5 years ago at number 11. Then went to 6, then 9, then 10, then 11.
Wait, stop. How can Love Letter be 12?
it's one for each one they've made.
Oh,
It's very popular, Sam. It's a fun game. I am surprised it's number 12, though.
It's really high.
Number 11 has been on the list for 5 years. A tile-laying game, Carcassonne.
good.
And I think it stays strong because Z-Man just keeps putting out more and more versions of it.
And they're progressively better versions, I think. Well, I wouldn't say progressively, but they're all good versions.
Well, for Christmas, I might be buying him Star Wars Carcassonne.
I wouldn't be sad.
You have to put all.
What about Star Wars Love Letter?
Yeah, baby.
No.
Darth Vader.
Dear,
I will act as
Dear Luke.
dear.
Oh my.
Okay. Yeah, we've been doing this list for a long time here. All right, number 10 was number 54 last year.
What?
Okay.
Well, it debuted last year because it was such a small, popular card game that everyone was playing.
Star Realms.
Star Realms, yes, a new one to the top 10.
I feel the same way about this as I do about Love Letter. This is crazy high.
I do. I agree. Actually,
I thought you liked
like
Star
it a lot,
Realms.
but it's still super
like
high.
it a lot, but this is not top 10 material.
But I'll tell you why it's number 9, because what you're forgetting is that this is not one person. This is everybody.
No, I got
So
that.
a lot of
I got
people
that.
like it.
Yeah. No, I know its popularity. I'm part of that popularity. But man, for a top 10 games of all time, it doesn't belong in the top 10 list.
Star Realms,
In my
Monopoly,
opinion.
Risk, Love Letter.
Number 9 was number 1 5 years ago and 4 years ago. And when I say number 1, it was like number 1, and then number 2 was almost half of the votes number 1 got. Now it's down to number 9, 5 years ago. And now it's dropped. It was 1, 1, 3, 4, 9. Dominion.
Oh, okay.
Dominion was number 1 by a mile.
Makes sense.
And it's dropped down to number 9. Still very high. Don't get me wrong.
It's holding on. I mean, it definitely is holding
One of
on.
those games where I don't see it being played. I think this is one of those things where people are thinking, yeah, I remember enjoying that so much. It's been sitting on my shelf for the past 3 years, gathering dust, but I remember
It
how
was
much
just
I liked
played
it.
on Tuesday night in our group.
Didn't see it.
They were trying to play a 5-player game, which was like, stop. They didn't. They played 4-player. All right, number 8 has been on the list for 5 years. 12, 8, 8, 9, 8. So a lot of these top 10 are pretty steady.
Once we get to these 10, clearly they seem to hang on to those spots.
No, there's 2 that are new to the top 10 from last year. They weren't in the top 10. They were on the top 100. Anyway, this one is Small World. Small World just has that consistent growth factor. You know, it's an ease of play. It works well with 2, works well with 5.
That's very high.
Lots of
Scales
fun.
well.
This one has nothing to do with the deluxe version.
No.
Just a popular game.
Yeah.
Okay, but higher than Small World, this one, number 7, was 3 last year, then 4, 4, and 8. This is my number 1 choice when it comes to a gateway game, and it is Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride, just a solid game.
Version?
Yes.
USA map?
Yeah. I am surprised I thought it would be number 2 or something. Number 7, it was 3 last year, so it dropped down to 7, but still very popular. What knocked it down? Well, not number 6, because number 6 was also number 6 last year. And then 5, and then 2, and then 4, and that's 7 Wonders. The popular to 7 Wonders is still there. Each expansion, I think, keeps it fresh in people's minds. And
and they've been solid expansions for the most part.
it's been growing on me. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But the more I play it, I'm like, ooh, I like these expansions. Tower of Babel was pretty fun.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, where are we now? We are up to number 5. This one was 39 last year. Debuted at 39. This is the game that last year I thought was a lock for the Spiel des Jahres. It did not win. It should have won, and that is Splendor. And you can say what you want about some games not getting played, but I see Splendor played all the time.
And a part of me dies every time I see it being played.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you one thing.
I'm going to invite him to a convention where everyone's playing it, say, we'll just...
I know.
I'll tell you. Yeah, right. I'll tell you, I remember playing this for the first time. You had played it already. You said it was you thought it would do well in, awards and such. And I liked it. I played it. I liked it. And I swear I don't know what you saw there and what everybody sees, because to me, it's a good game that runs with the pack.
I don't know. I know that some people have told me that, but I don't feel that.
Nothing in this game that makes it stand out from the pack. Don't get me wrong. I like the pack. But why this one? Why not literally any game I point to back here?
There's just something about it. The ease of play, it just works. I can't describe it. I just know it when I see it. There are some games when you see them, you just know.
You just know, I guess.
Whatever. I don't know. All right. Number 4 was number 5 last year.
Playing Splendor.
Well, I promise you can find more boring ones. Number 4 was number 5 last year, then 6 the year before that, so I guess it's getting a little better each year. Lords of Waterdeep. That's pretty high. Pretty high. A worker placement game.
Very high. I was not expecting to see it on the list.
It started at number 14, and it just keeps getting a lot of love, a lot of play. I know that when they announced a Dungeons & Dragons board game, I did not expect it to be this popular. I mean, that popular. And some people say it's because of the D&D thing. I don't know, though, because there's a lot of D&D board games. It's the only one that cracked the top 100 people's choice.
I don't know what it is. People like it, and
I wonder how Champions will do.
Champions of Midgard? It's possible.
This is very similar to
yeah, but it's not D&D.
Well, we'll see where it ends up last year.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Trolltastic.
Champions of Midgard?
Sam's going to go out and advertise for it. Watch. Next, pretty soon there'll be like campaigns for People Choice Awards.
I think Lords of Waterdeep has the... Oh, you play D&D? Check this game out. And it's light enough for them to get into it.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Champions of Midgard is essentially, well, not essentially, but it's basically a very similar game to Lords of Waterdeep, and I think it has a better theme and it looks better.
I'll agree with both of those things.
All right, well.
Hey, y'all. Little break in the regularly scheduled program because, quite frankly, we forgot to mention number 3 while we were doing our list all together at Tom's Place. So you are stuck in my humble abode, and we're going to give you number 3. Now, number 3 debuted in 2012 at number 18, and then it shot up for the next 2 years to number 2, and now it has since rested at number 3, and that is King of Tokyo. Landslide victory over its successor, King of New York, which was back at 91. So, for all you naysayers out there, there you have it. I think probably, and this is just me, you know how my opinion is, it's probably simply because of the ease of play and how simple it is to get into the game at the forefront. King of Tokyo is very light, very simple to teach. Doesn't have any nuances or difficulties to get used to over the course of the game. It is basically just attacking monsters or trying to get points or doing a little bit of both. Whereas with King of New York, you've got destroying buildings and going into Manhattan and all these other different kinds of things that are similar but a little bit more complex. So there you have it. Number 3, King of Tokyo. And a great choice, in my opinion. Kudos to those who put it up there. Had to have been a lot of you. Now back to our regularly scheduled People's Choice Top 100. See you, folks.
Well, speaking of, Sam doesn't think light games should make the top 10. Number 2...
Yahtzee.
Number 2 was number 44 last year. Debuted at 44. It's a game that came out last year, and it's obviously more popular than Five Tribes. What game that came out last year is more popular than Five Tribes?
And it's light?
It's not light. I was just kidding.
Oh. Dead of Winter?
Dead of Winter, number 2. Number 2. Wow, huh?
Really?
Number 2, Dead of Winter.
I'm the one who was right about where it was. So.
Much to your chagrin.
Chagrin is a good word, yeah.
Yeah, Dead of Winter is incredibly popular.
I was not expecting this.
I'm not surprised that it's in the top 10. I didn't expect it to make it to number 2. But it made it to number 2 by solid numbers. Now, number 1 was still head and shoulders above number 2.
Yeah, well.
I think there's always a popular number 1. But number 2, with Dead of Winter, just that whole zombie thing, and there was an expansion they just announced, a big box expansion, standalone game.
That's right.
You're all over that.
I feel...
And again, if you want to hear more about this, you got to go check out my latest Board Game Blender, folks. We have a nice interview in there from
Isaac Vega.
From Mark Street and Isaac Vega talking about that. Check that out.
All right. Number 1 is a surprise to nobody. It's been number 1 for 3 years now.
What is it? Could it possibly be?
Tell us, sir.
Is it Pandemic?
It is.
Yeah! In your face, Sammy!
All this means is that Z has no original voice. He has to pick something everyone else has as their number 1.
Exactly.
We go our own ways.
I am the voice of the people.
I'm calling this right now. Pandemic Legacy will be in the top 100 next year. Just because.
Well, at this point, if we had to like guess games that are going to break into this top 100,
Ooh,
I
that's
know
a
it's
good call.
early in the game. Well, it's not early in the year, but we're about to hit some big games, quite possibly. I'm calling Pandemic Legacies on it.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage is on it.
Definitely.
Seven Wonders Duel is on it.
Yes. Those
Raptor.
Those are the only 3 I could call. No.
You don't think so?
Not even
No.
close.
No.
No? Why?
It's going to be on your top
small.
100. There's a difference.
Too niche.
Too niche.
Those are the only 3 that I have any
Card
kind of...
Again, I don't know. It's like one of those things that, like, again, when I see it, I know it kind of thing. I like it. You love it. But I don't think it would break into a
All right, it's time for the list of shame. Here's the games that got knocked out from last year.
Can we laugh at them?
You
They
can.
were on the list and now they are off.
Right, we'll start from 100 last year was Space Alert. Gone.
Good.
Nations. 98. Gone.
Oh!
96. Kalis. Gone.
Out of there.
Thank you.
95. Mansions of Madness. Gone.
Bye.
94. Cyclades. Gone.
You sound me.
93. Letters of Whitechapel. Gone.
Get out.
That's okay.
92. Village. Dead.
Dead because people die.
91. Robo Rally. Gone.
It's through.
After 4 years, too. Number 90. Elder Sign. Gone.
What's up with that? It's a good game, y'all.
89. Hive. See you later. Number 88. Thunderstone. Forgotten.
Get to stepping.
Stop.
That's
They stopped printing it. Number 86. Trajan. See you later, Feld. 85. Among the Stars. No more.
What's up with that?
82. Chaos in the Old World. That one's gone.
Bye-bye.
80. El Grande. Goodbye.
You're too old.
78. Forbidden Island. It sunk.
You're too simple.
75. War of Indines.
You're too complicated. I don't.
74. Through the Ages.
Oh!
I'll bet money it will be back next year with the reprint.
Through the ages? Oh, yeah, that's right. Why won't this game just die?
Number 72. Dominant Species is gone. Now, 83. I missed 83. Battlelore 2. The biggest drop off the list completely from number 50 was Pathfinder the card game. It came on at 49, then went to 50. Now it's
I
gone.
wonder if that's simply because of this type of game it is. People play it,
So
play it.
many different people.
Yeah, but like you play, you go through your campaign or quit the campaign, whatever, and then you're like done with it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why.
Yeah, it's a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that is the People's Choice Top 100. A big thank you from me to everyone who voted. If you didn't get a chance to vote, we'll do it again next year.
Yep.
I get a big kick out of looking at all these numbers. At some point, we'll make these numbers and stuff available online if you want to play with those stats and make geek lists and things like that. You can. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia. Thank you, everybody.
And I'm Sam Healey.
I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.